It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And featured this week is C.J. Mosley, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Jets and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Check. Lock it.
Wilson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Wilson and more there for a Jets first. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 17 carries, 134 yards, and the score, too.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll run with Carter, and now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Well, here come the Bills, and you don't... Find their 5th-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll take this across. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They'll go to Barkley again. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And that's defensively, David. He was able to slip through that first line, and then he was great.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. So far, been so good this season, well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his, and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence, and if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make the play? Because he's made all the plays so far, so I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On play action, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Bills sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but now from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And it's good to make it 14-0. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Flushed out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before they hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
So here are the Bills to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. That is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's got some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On second and very short, Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Got a man. It's Barrios complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. But the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Wilson will throw again. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Elijah Moore
from 17 yards out.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he returns this to the 22.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people that have big games as well.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Running left, it's Barkley. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the 24, Allen firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Allen off the play fake.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And again, it's Allen.
He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen
Right back to Davis. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage can react.
on 3rd down, Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now it's Allen. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Again, it's Barkley.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Saquon Barkley running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it's Wilson. Out to his left.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Here's Wilson on 3rd down.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A big play there. 46 yards.
And the Bills are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So Allen's going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
I mean, try that.
Handoff, Barkley running left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He finds Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Wilson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And they are going to score again. Another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Buffalo,
they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so just how is it? just let me know what you can do, and then, or if you'd be able to sign the appointment plan, because I know the appointment plan actually a Microsoft Word, so that when you could just type your name and stuff in there, and then we'll figure something out to schedule to meet or whatever. But just let me know how it goes, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you know, you don't have to necessarily to like sign it. If you be just type your name or something in there, that's still valid enough, and just keep me posted, and then we'll figure something out. Okay? Okay. Yep. Okay. Are you having like Phil over there laughing?
No, I'm just looking at you get frustrated.
And it's always the one that the county is like rushing that have issues. Put this shit down.